This one is a topic called variation. Variation. That one is a topic called variation. Now, there are two types of variation. One is a direct variation. One is called an inverse variation. But you could see that they would tell you which one you're dealing with. See there? Direct variation. It says the table below shows corresponding values of the variables x and y. I'm right here. Where y varies directly as x. This is the key instruction. Y varies directly as x. Which means that whenever you're doing a variation question, there is a formula that will tell what ought to be done. And this is it. They gave us. They say y varies directly. Whenever you hear that something varies directly, you write the thing, put equal, put a k, and then put the other thing. So this is saying y is equal to kx. Now you might ask, where does the k come from? The k is what we call a constant. It is in every variation. It's something that they will not tell you about most times, but it is in every variation. Let me just give a quick understanding of what variation kind of look like. Every single day you would have been walking through the town of Mapen and you will experience some persons selling juice. And so you notice that if you're going to try to buy a juice, most times you ask how much for one. That's the K you're asking about. You're asking how much for one. Like I said, juicy, how much for one of your juice? Because you expect that it will remain that one price all the time. And the price does not normally change. So how much for one? Him said $30. And you say, all right, give me two. So you're going to pay $60. So the amount that you buy and the amount that you pay will be changing because somebody else was walking by and they said, how much I want? Him still say $30. Them say, what? Give me 10. So then they ask for 10 and they pay $300. So with the direct variation, the more you get, the other thing go up. So when one variable go up, the other variable go up. So in this case, if the x increase, the y will increase. So that's why it's called direct variation. In other times, maybe we could go deeper, but I'm just trying to answer the question. So we'll set up y equal to kx. Now, calculate the values of t and u. In order to calculate the values of t and u, you need to know the constant. Just as though, in order to pay the man and to know how many bad juice you can afford, you will definitely need to know how much for one. So we can use this column to find out that case where you'll know the value for k. Because this case happened already where x was 6 when y was 3. We can substitute those. X was 6 when y was 3. And if we substitute those right here, we will know the value for k. Check it out. So we're saying y is equal to kx. Y is 3. So 3 is equal to kx. And kx means k times x times 6. We're almost there. We want to find a value for k. Let's put it up. K is equal to, divide both sides by 6. You could see, bam. The k is now alone. And k is equal to 3 over 6. But we'll normally break this down. 3 into itself 1 time, 3 into that 2 times. So k is equal to 1 over 2. K is a half. Some people use 0.5. No problem. So we're saying that k is a half. Now, the variation questions are like this. When you know k is the constant. You know what the word constant means? It means that it will not change. So when x changes to 10 and y will change to another number, k will be a half. When y changes to 9 and x changes to another number, k still remain as a half, and that is why it is called the constant. So what we're going to do now is to use the formula for variation now. and solve for u. Watch this. Remember that y is equal to kx all the time until this question is finished. Now you know that k is 0.5, or you can use a half. Now you know that x is 10 right here. So x is 10. But if you ask me what y is, I don't know. They said it is called u, and they say, can you find the value? No problem. So in other words then, y is u. So all we need to do is to find a value for u. So I'm going to put the u where y is, so that at the end of the day, I'll get u equal. That's fine. Let's look at it. Now, y is equal to kx. Now, y is called u, so I'm going to put u is equal to kx, but k is 0.5 and x is 10. Look how easily we find u. U is equal to a half of 10, which is 5. Done. So u is 5. Don't go and find t. Now you'll notice t is in the x line. Check it out. Follow the x row, t is in it. So that means right now, let me borrow off this so that you could see what we're doing. X is called t, and they ask us to find it because we don't know it yet. Question mark. But if you look below it, you'll notice that you have the value for the y. Oh, y is 9. And guess what? The constant remain at a half. So while everybody is changing, if you notice, x and y no stop change. K, the constant, cannot change. Y is equal to kx. Y is 9. 9 is equal to k times x, but x is what? X is called t. So that's it. Now let's divide both sides by a half. Divide this by a half, and you're going to realize that 18 is equal to t. Or some people might say t is equal to 18.